Hello, all. We are so glad that you've been able to join us today for the information on the info session of the Masters of Law Studies. We have a presentation for you. I am Joey, and I'm your enrollment advisor. I'm here to help with questions on the application, the documentation needed to get your admissions decision processed. We have Christina Hay, that's our program director. And we're both going to be sharing information with you and hopefully answering your questions. If we don't get the questions answered at the very end of our session, we will have a question and answer time to be able to take. You can put questions in the chat, or you're welcome to raise your hand. We want to make sure we get your questions answered. So to give you a little background about GGU, we've been around since 1901. We're one of the first universities to offer flexible online programs tailored for the working adult. If ever you are so busy with work and you say, no, I can't do it, I'm pulled 100 different ways, we can find a way that we can make this work for you. So just get with us, let us know some of your concerns, let us help you, we'll iron it out, we'll figure out how it works. But that's the main thing, is that you can try to accomplish these goals, get them accomplished without worry of schedule and all the different directions you get pulled. We have an alumni of 70,000 and more. Our courses are taught by professionals who are leaders in the Bay Area companies, and you're going to learn both theory and real world practice that you can apply to the real world. And your everyday life with these programs. So I'm going to go ahead and give this over to Christina and let her tell you more details about the program.
Hi, everybody. Thank you all for being here. We're excited to potentially welcome you all in the spring. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about the program. My name is Christina Hay. I am the Director of Law Student Affairs and also of the Master of Law Studies program. And if you are to enroll, I would be your advisor. So we would work together throughout your time here. So a little bit about GGU and the program. GGU is private nonprofit university, and we really focus on having small classes with personalized instruction. And we also are really geared toward adult learners. A lot of our students are on their second careers. Of course, not all of them, but a lot of them are, which I think is fantastic. We also offer year-round courses. So our degrees are able to be finished in a reasonably fast amount of time if you're eager to move on to your career. And you'll see as I talk more about the MLS program that is definitely the case for us. Okay, next slide, please.
Yes.
All right, so just a quick program overview. So as I was talking to you guys about on the last slide, the program is able to be finished in a relatively short amount of time. So it's designed to be a one-year program. So that means 3 terms, fall, spring, and a summer, not necessarily in that order, but it can be completed in one academic year if you're a full-time student. So the program is 30 units total, and we have 21 required course units and 9 elective units. And I will go through what those courses are on another slide. But the format of our classes is mixed. So we have quite a bit of our courses are hybrid, meaning that the majority of your assignments and lectures will be completed online in an asynchronous fashion. So pre-recorded lectures that you can listen to at your own pace, and then assignments that you'll complete. So there's only, in the case of a hybrid course, only 2 in-person on-campus class sessions, and the rest is all done self-paced online. And then we also have some courses that are completely asynchronous. So everything is done online. All of the lectures are pre-recorded and you never come to campus for those classes. So it's a really flexible program, great for people who are maybe working full-time and trying to earn their degree. There are no requirements for GMAT or GRE, so you'll just need your bachelor's degree. And as I already mentioned, if you are a full-time student, you can complete within 1 year, but we're flexible on that. So if you need to take less units and complete the degree in a longer period of time, that's okay too. Classes for spring start January 11th. So if you are interested in the program, make sure to get those applications in. Early deadline November 9th, final deadline December 14th. All right, so a little bit about the substance of the program, the highlights of the Master of Legal Studies degree. It is a great way to learn the law and break into a career in the law field without actually earning a JD or becoming a lawyer. So you get a lot of the benefits of law school without the long, drawn-out degree. You get practice in legal research, drafting legal documents, and applying these legal principles to real-world challenges. Our professors are all coming from our previous JD programs. So you're being taught by law faculty and people who have experience working as lawyers. And one thing that we have recently added to the curriculum are AI electives, which is really fantastic because obviously AI is coming a long way very quickly and it's being used in professional settings, quite a bit these days. And so these classes will make you all competitive in the field that you're hoping to break into. So our first time offering these AI electives was in the summer of 2025, and we plan to offer them again in summer of 2026. So this would be something that you all would get an opportunity to learn about. And then on top of that, obviously, like I mentioned, you're being taught by law professors and you are learning concepts that you would learn in law school in a slightly different format, but you would become proficient in contract law, civil procedure, property law, constitutional law. So it's a really well-rounded program. All right, and so just a little bit about potential career opportunities. There's quite a few career opportunities that you can break into with an MLS. It could be anything from like a legal assistant to like work in HR or compliance officers or working for the government or something along those lines. Some of our students even decide to go on to law school after they get their MLS. Of course, you don't need an MLS to go on to law school, but if you've been out of school for a long time and you're interested in law, but maybe you don't know if you want to be a lawyer, some of our students do this program and decide actually they want to be a lawyer. So that's another route that people can take and just boost their resume and credentials with this degree, especially if you do really well in it. Okay, next slide, please. All right, so I told you I would tell you a little bit more about the curriculum. So I mentioned that we have 21 required course units and 9 electives. And so this is sort of the breakdown. You have an introductory course, U.S. legal system and process, that teaches you a bit about just sort of, the U.S. legal system and our government. And then we have some courses that teach you about the different fields of law. So contract law, civil procedure, administrative law, torts. So that would be, like civil lawsuits and constitutional law, which is really interesting. And then you'll be taking 3 elective courses, 3-unit elective courses throughout your time. Most of them are in the summer, but not all of them. So there's the AI courses that I mentioned, and then also all of our students take criminal law as an elective, which is also incredibly interesting. And again, all taught by law professors. Okay.
So, in order to get the process going, we need your application. Your application has no application fee. You're able to upload all the documents that we need to complete your file, get you an admissions decision. We need transcripts. If you're doing a master's degree, we need transcripts showing a bachelor's degree. They ask for a 3.0 GPA. If you're under that, then we'd have you address that in your statement of purpose. So we do need a resume, a current resume, a short, simple statement of purpose, which would be a page long. You could literally just go in and write a good paragraph on why this program when you can do anything else. Next item being future goals. What are the future goals with getting this degree? If you were handed it tomorrow, write a good paragraph on what the plans are, what the focus is. If you have below the GPA of 3.0, then we want you to address some of the challenges that, life hits sometimes and you have to roll with it. When you roll with it, sometimes that 3.0 is not possible. So we just want to hear from you, your perspective on the challenges you face to keep that GPA up, and it just wasn't doable. But just give us an idea. So current resume, short, simple statement of purpose, transcript showing your bachelor's. We have financial aid. We have payment plans that can be arranged through our student services department. You have FAFSA. You can do a FAFSA. You have option for wonderful in-house grants and scholarships that you can apply for and see where those, all of it together, if you need all of it. There's all kinds of things we can work out. And again, your deadlines, we always have 2 deadlines. It gives you, if you can't make that one, and this is not a deadline just for the application, this is a deadline for all the documents that I listed that we need with the application to start working on your admissions decision. So if you don't make it by November 9th, that's fine. We have another one, which is your final deadline for December 14th.
And thank you all for being here today, and
Yeah.
the time to listen to us, give you some information about the program. And yeah, we're always reachable if you all need anything.